Hi, I'm Tim. Welcome to Watch One, and thanks for logging on. Today we're looking at the Jaeger-LeCoultre Master Memovox, 40mm in 18-karat rose gold. This Memovox is, like all of the watches on our YouTube channel, actual inventory in stock and available for immediate purchase and delivery on our retail website, watchyouwant.com. And if you like getting the latest news, views, and reviews of luxury watches in daily video format, please subscribe to our YouTube channel, Watch You Want Inc. Now, it may be a surprise to learn that for a couple of years in the late 2000s, there was no standard Memovox caliber in the JLC catalog. There were sports watches from the compressor and compressor diving lines, but no standard, traditional 50s, 60s, 70s style, everyday Master Memovox watch that you could wear with a suit, that you could wear to the office, that you could wear without being a Navy SEAL or a diver. That changed in 2010 when the Memovox was reimagined in a modern 40mm proportion with a contemporary caliber 956 movement. The reborn Memovox on my wrist, 6 1/3 inches, 16 centimeters in circumference, is perfectly proportioned. As a modern everyday watch, you really can't do any better. For one thing, it's very comfortable. The lugs are beautifully curved, and because the case isn't oversized, some dress watches pushing 42, 43, 44 millimeters overdo it. They have to pare down the lugs to the point that the watch loses its sense of proportion and its classical integrated lug elements. The elegance that you expect from a dress watch or even a daily men's watch, this watch suffers no such travails. Thanks to beautiful proportioning of those pared down integrated lugs, the JLC reads as a classical timepiece. And even though my wrist is kind of small, its oval cross section and flattish shape across the top means that it's fairly representative of the shape of most guys' wrists. So if your wrist is bigger than, I'm going to say, 14.5 centimeters in circumference, you're going to have no trouble wearing this watch comfortably and with a lot of style. Now, the rose gold adds to the visual warmth, so I like that. It's nicely consonant with almost any skin tone. For me, it's preferable when paired with a silver dial to an almost frigid combination like white gold or stainless steel. I like the use of rose gold when you have a silver dial with the rose gold accents all applied, all three-dimensional rose gold in their own right on the dial. And this beautiful dark brown alligator leather strap featuring some bolstering tapers off as it moves away from the case, so visually it transitions from those gorgeous curved lugs, and this angle shows it to good effect, but the proportion is beautiful. You really don't see a visual break so much as a taper, a transition, and a flow down the side of the wrist. And that's where the calfskin underside and the flexibility of the strap really aid in the ergonomic experience. This is an easy watch to wear on a small wrist for that reason. Now, the double deployment clasp is of exceptionally high quality. JLC, as I've mentioned in some of my other reviews, builds its own cases and its own clasps in addition to its own movements. And the finishing of this, the sculptural beauty, the quality of every interlinking part is gorgeous, and it's up to the standard you would expect from the likes of Vacheron or Audemars Piguet. JLC really is playing in that league these days. Now, the dial itself could be a vision of the 1950s or 60s. The combination of simple dart indices, the quarter Arabics, or in this case, the tri-Arabics, with 3 o'clock being displaced by the date window, the alpha hands at center, and the gorgeous heat-blued Lancet seconds hand gives the watch just enough color and definition on the beautiful sunburst silver dial. It's not crowded, and at the same time, it's not overly massive. I spoke with those oversized dress watches of the modern era that seem to have too little lug and too much case. Likewise, some of them seem to have too much bezel and too little definition, too few features on their open, almost sprawling dials. That's not the case here. From an arm's length, this watch could read as one of the classic E855 Memovox models of the 1960s. It aces the proportions, the detailing, and the historical cues in every respect. And likewise, it does have a few elements of practicality beyond the signature complication and the automatic winding. This is a fully loomed dial. There is a small amount of luminova on the hour and the minute hands, as well as a dot applied outboard of each one of the hour indices, so you can see this one at night. It's not a pure dress watch in that sense. That's why I like to call it an everyday watch. If you want to take the distinction in the motorcycle world between your cruisers and your sport bikes, with the standards being sort of in between, I feel like you've almost got your sports watches and your dress watches with the sort of versatile men's watch, a category that's been neglected by most manufacturers, sort of occupying the middle ground. But that everyday watch is an essential part of any man's wardrobe. If you've got your sports watch, if you've got your ultra-fine dress watch, you need a watch for all occasions, everything except the pool party. That's what this Master Memovox brings to the table. Now, aside from the gorgeous detailing of the dial, which is leagues beyond any 60s, 50s, or 70s JLC, the watch also features exquisite case detailing. Now, everything from the Geosphere Master Control logo on the back to the movement inside is a testament to JLC's virtuosity in high horology. So let me explain that a little bit more in depth. Now, I've recently reviewed the Master Compressor Diving Alarm Navy Seals. This watch actually has the same heartbeat, the same sports watch sole. It features the caliber 956. What this has that sets it apart from that diver is the rose gold case excels in musicality. While they have the same internal gong structure, the case material does exhibit a difference in tone. So while the volume of the rose gold isn't quite as loud, the beauty of the tone is considerably better. And if you don't believe me, you can go back and you can play that Navy SEALs video alongside the introduction to this one, and you can compare and contrast. Rose gold doesn't just look more beautiful, it sounds that way. Otherwise, the caliber 956 in every other respect is the same high precision instrument that you find in the Navy SEALs. You have the same 268 parts, unidirectional ceramic rotor or ceramic rotor bearing automatic winding system, the rugged free-sprung balance with its laser-welded JLC designed hairspring, designed by JLC, manufactured by Longa, I should add. This watch takes everything that was great about the original caliber 918 alarm caliber that saw JLC through the 90s and sort of bowed out in the Amvox 1, and it elevates it in terms of durability, winding efficiency, power reserve, as well as alarm strength and musicality. This is an outstanding watch to wear every day. Like I said, this is one to wear for everything except the pool party. You've got your Navy SEALs for that. But if you want to learn more about this outstanding, versatile, beautiful, and classically inspired Jaeger-LeCoultre Master Memovox, check it out. 40 millimeters in 18 karat rose gold on our website, watchyouwant.com.